TQL Stadium just made a major announcement. The home of FC Cincinnati will host a FIFA World Cup qualifying match this fall. Local 12's Courtney Wheaton joining us now live from inside the stadium with what this means for our city. Courtney, good afternoon.
Hey Liz, this is so exciting. All I can say is mark your calendars for November 12th. The U.S. will take on Mexico right here. And I want to get out the way so you guys can see. Obviously, these stands are empty right now, but we're expecting full crowds. And if you look at these banners down here, you can see the red, white, and blue. Everybody's so excited. Now, city and county leaders say we can expect a sold-out match as well as an economic boost to our restaurants and businesses. Job opportunities all to pour into the area. FCC owner Lindner III says when the stadium was conceived, hosting large international games and events like this was always the goal. He just didn't expect it to happen so soon.
The nation and the world have taken notice of Cincinnati, of our energy, of our vibrancy. We're a sports town and we have a spirit that wants to win. We've got a culture that values diversity. And we have a prime location.
And we also talked to U.S. Federation representative and former player DeMarcus Beasley. He's excited to see such a big event happening in the Midwest. Some past U.S.-Mexico games were held at the former Columbus Crew Stadium. So this is a really big deal to have this qualifying match in the Queen City. Now, right as soon as I leave here, I'm actually going to go into the city. I want to talk to those fans. I want to talk to business leaders about the impact this will have on Cincinnati and what this means to us.
I'm Alex Deck, your host for today. And I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on this momentous occasion. All of our guests here in attendance at the stadium, as well as our fans watching the live stream. I have the pleasure of introducing some very special individuals today who you'll hear from shortly. FC Cincinnati CEO and controlling owner Lindner III. Cincinnati Mayor John Cranley. Hamilton County Commissioner Stephanie Dumas. And representing U.S. Soccer, DeMarcus Beasley. At this time, I'd like to welcome Carl to the podium for an exciting announcement.
Thank you, Alex, and good morning to everyone. It's a beautiful morning out. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to our mayor, John Cranley, for joining us, and Stephanie Dumas, the president of Hamilton County Commission, and DeMarcus Beasley, the U.S. Soccer Federation representative, for joining us for what I think is a very special announcement. I'm so excited about our announcement. This is a culmination of years of planning and designing TQL Stadium. Our goal was to build a stadium that's not only home to our FC Cincinnati matches, but also attract other world-class events, to our city. So I'm thrilled that this will happen so soon after our stadium has opened. The nation and the world have taken notice of Cincinnati, of our energy, of our vibrancy. We're a sports town and we have a spirit that wants to win. We've got a culture that values diversity. And we have a prime location, a 1-hour flight, or a 4-hour drive to 60% of the U.S. population. We're a world-class city, and I'm excited to share the great news with you today and ask you to turn your attention up to the video board.
A grudge match, always an edge. You see, it's US v Mexico. They all feel it. Makes it 2. It's their scoreline again. Bradley!
It's USA Mexico! let's go.
Now you can see why I'm wearing red, white, and blue instead of blue and orange this morning. Isn't that something? We've done it. One of the most significant soccer matches in the world will be played right here in TQL Stadium. I know our great city and county and region will roll out the welcome mat to our national and international visitors and media and join in the exciting spirit of this match in November. Thank you all for coming this morning. Awesome news, isn't it?
Thank you, Carl. Who's excited? Everyone's excited now. I'm sure many of you recognize our next guest as a well-known face and esteemed player for U.S. soccer. I know I grew up watching him and admiring him tearing up the left wing. He is the only player to represent the U.S. men's national team in 4 different FIFA World Cups. He's earned 126 caps, and he scored in the 2005 World Cup qualification match over Mexico. He's played in over 400 club matches and hails from our neighboring state, Indiana. Please join me in welcoming DeMarcus Beasley.
Good morning, everybody. I gotta move this down a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little short. Yeah, man, I got chills watching that video, by the way. Seeing all those games against Mexico, everyone knows the rivalry with USA and Mexico, whether it's home, whether it's away. So for us, and on behalf of U.S. Soccer, to be able to play this game in a pro-U.S. stadium, U.S. crowd is huge. And what better stadium to play in TQL Stadium? I mean, this is the first time I'm here. I think maybe the second time I've been in Cincinnati. And, I mean, this is beautiful. The stadium is beautiful. I wish I was playing, to be honest. But I'm very much sure going to be in attendance. I know the crowd will be rocking throughout the whole 120 minutes of the game, 90 minutes of the game. And I just want to say thank you to the city of Cincinnati for inviting me, myself, U.S. Soccer. And we look forward to seeing you guys on November 12th. Thank you.
Thank you, DeMarcus. Our next guest exudes civic pride. A lifelong Cincinnatian, John Cranley has served the citizens of Cincinnati throughout his career as a member of City Council and now as the city's 69th mayor. Mayor Cranley has been a huge supporter of FC Cincinnati since its inception, and he shares our vision for our club and TQL Stadium to be a great representation of our city to a national and global audience. Please put your hands together for Mayor John Cranley.
Let's go USA. Let's win. This is a tremendous capstone opportunity as my greatest privilege, professional privilege in my life, to be mayor of this city, to do this a couple of months before I leave office. This amazing game qualifier where the USA will go on to win the World Cup. Finally catching up with the women. I'm convinced the men will hopefully catch up to the women's incredible success as our national team, and we know they will, and we'll be cheering for them all the way. I want to acknowledge Councilman David Mann. Of course, you'll hear from Commissioner Dumas in a minute, and Commissioner Reese, and the city manager, Paula Boggs-Muthing. This is a gorgeous stadium, thanks to Carl and Scott and the ownership, Meg, and others. In the heart of this beautiful city that Churchill said was the most beautiful inland city in America. Just by coincidence, in 2018, my family and I were on a vacation in France during the World Cup. And of course, France had a really good year in 2018. And we got to be in the city of Bordeaux at outdoor restaurants, pedestrian-friendly streets that were closed during a match that they won. And the energy was electric. And it was a tremendous experience. It inspired me last year when we were going through COVID, and we moved radically to shut down streets and curbways to help restaurants survive, but then we made it permanent. So we are that kind of international world city that will have this stadium in the midst of this incredible historic neighborhood with all of this new outdoor dining, and of course Washington Park a block away. That really makes us the most beautiful city in America. And God bless USA. Thank you very much for making this happen.
Thank you, Mayor Cranley. Our final guest today, Hamilton County Commission President Summer Dumas, also has a long history of public service, having served as mayor and vice mayor of Forest Park and village manager of Lincoln Heights prior to being elected county commissioner in 2018. President Summer Dumas was Hamilton County's first ever African-American commissioner and the state of Ohio's first ever African-American female county commissioner. It's great to welcome back Commission President Summer Dumas, who helped cut the ribbon here at TQL Stadium just a few months ago. Please welcome Stephanie Summer Dumas.
Mr. Lindner, did you see that run that I just did? And remember the last time I was here and cut the ribbon, I said that I always wear my flat shoes in case they need someone to fill in on the field. So that's why I'm here. But this is the greatest opportunity for us in Hamilton County and the city of Cincinnati. I was wondering, I could stand up here as president. Well, first of all, I want to reintroduce Vice President Alicia Reese, who's also here in attendance. So. And I thought about, I could talk about the economic impact, I could talk about tourism and how it's going to increase, and I decided I was going to go a little different. I always do. And so I saw a quote when I was getting ready to say my notes and think about what I wanted to give, and I said, cooking is like love. It should be entered in with complete abandonment or not at all. Now, what does cooking have to do with any of this? Well, I'm glad you asked. So with the forward thinking of Jeff Birdie and his staff, the county and the city, we start putting the ingredients together. Now, I came in on the back end almost, so I get the riches of what's going on now. But I was invited as president, and I attended a up-close and personal Zoom call. And it was with the World Cup review team in March. And it was very clear to me, and I'm sure it was very clear to them, that we had the ingredients necessary to meet the task. With complete abandonment, I have no question that all the cities that were being considered for this host game, that we are the best for the opportunity. And so much love and support was given to this effort, much work was given for this effort, but love is an action word. The review team asked for a specific type of community location, and we have it. They asked about employment opportunities, and we have it. They asked about infrastructure improvement, and we have it. They asked about special signage, and we have it. They asked about diversity and inclusion, and we have it. So as I had said to Jeff, as we're hiring people, we're looking at diversity, we're looking at inclusion, and as we continue to hire people for this great opportunity, I'm sure they will continue to look at that. Lastly, I think what gave us the edge, or the icing on the cake, was love, which is a universal language that breaks all barriers. When we were on the Zoom call, over half of the review team were using their headphones to understand our language, and they used their eyes to see and their ears to hear our genuine, heartfelt commitment to meet their standards and our genuine love for the game. So I thank you all. Thank you for allowing me to give a few words. Thank you.
Thank you to Commissioner Stephanie Summerall Dumas, and thank you to all of our speakers here today. Thank you for everyone in attendance and to all of you watching the live stream. We will have more upcoming content about this World Cup qualification match, USA versus Mexico, on November 12th, 2021. So stay tuned for that on our social media channels. Thank you for watching. Everyone have a wonderful day.